we have a case of Conor McGregor. Like Conor McGregor is a gift that keeps on giving, you know. Conor McGregor has Twitter fingers, but he also has deleting fingers because he will tweet and delete. He has tweeted a lot of controversial things. He has every week he seems to attack some particular person. We saw him attacking DC, Michael Bisping. The other day he touched our brother Kamaru Usman, which got our attention because we're talking about these guys because we are the African fighters. So now the thing is, Farouk always likes Farouk. This is your question suggestion. This is your topic suggestion. Farouk has been saying it's over for Conor McGregor, and me, I don't believe that. So here's the thing: Conor McGregor, is he done fighting high-level fighters, young guys that are no names? Yes, he's done fighting high-level fighters. Now, I believe Conor McGregor is just going to be fighting money fights, if you understand. But okay, so here's actually the thing. I've been rambling. McGregor, just yesterday, he said something that got people worried. He was talking about training and recovering from his surgery, and he's saying he's afraid he might snap his leg again. But people just picked that line and said Conor is afraid of snapping his leg again. But if you'd actually see what he said, he was talking about the advices he's been getting from physicians, that he has to be getting into training a little, and not working out the leg so much so he shouldn't snap again. Because he also mentioned Chris Weidman, comparing what happened to Weidman and all of that. So you have to listen to what your doctors say. Okay, so now after I've said that, Yagi, do you think it's over for Conor McGregor, or do you think Conor, when he tweets, he is bringing his stock down when he talks? Is he hurting his image, or is he hurting his money making capability? Is he hurting his brand image when he tweets and talk all that jazz he talks?
I'll answer your second question first, and I'll answer your first question
Mm-hmm.
later.
Mm-hmm.
When he tweets, when Connor is tweeting, he's putting his name out there for everybody. He's inserting himself in the conversation. Now, with him going against DC, you have to remember who DC is. DC is friends with Khabib. DC is friends with Poirier. Those are the two guys that beat Connor. So if
Mm.
Connor can't beat those guys, he's gonna go over after DC. And DC
Mm.
is not innocent himself. DC has been throwing jabs at Connor. So
Mm.
Connor will always reply because he knows there is no way he's going to fight DC. Now he's going against Bisping. Bisping and DC are boys, and
Mm.
Bisping was basically defending DC. So then he went against Usman. And if you notice, when Usman replied, he didn't reply back because they actually fight. They could actually
He
fight.
doesn't want
So
nightmare. He doesn't want
yeah,
nightmare.
he doesn't want that right there, but he wants to insert his name. And Connor is not stupid. I mean, yesterday, August 20th, was 5 years since the Nate Diaz fight.
Mm-hmm.
The last time he won a belt, when he won the 145-pound belt, was 2015. That's 6 years ago. When he
Mm-hmm.
won 155 was 2016, I believe. That's 5 years ago. So he knows that, listen, the times of me being champion, double champ, all those things, it's almost going to be a decade now, 5, 6 years ago. So him inserting his name, there was a time where every fight night, Conor used to tweet a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe 2, 3 years ago, he used to tweet a lot after every fight night to put himself in. So his tweets and delete, I don't think it's him, being finished or anything. I just think it's him trying to put his name out there, keep his name out there. He's bored, pretty
So
much.
so he's a cloud chaser, isn't it?
Pretty much right now. Right now he
That's
is.
that
Now,
that's what the kids call it nowadays. Cloud chasing.
now
All
for
right.
your first question,
Mm-hmm.
if he is done, like fighting high level fighters, I don't believe that. I believe Conor is still a top guy. Now, is he top of the food chain? No. But you have to remember who Conor fought. He fought Khabib, who's the greatest lightweight of all time.
He got
He
one
fought
round from
Dustin
Khabib.
Poirier.
He got one
Yeah,
round from Khabib.
one
that
round
that's a big
against
deal.
Khabib.
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal because nobody really has done that.
Mm-hmm.
Then he fought Dustin Poirier, who's probably the second greatest lightweight of all time and probably is the best lightweight in the world right now. He lost to those guys, but he was competitive, right? When
Ah.
in the second Dustin fight, he won the first round. Let's just say he was at least competitive against those guys. He got finished, but it wasn't like he was getting finished in 40 seconds.
I'm
When
not
he
agree with you that he won first round to win it. I'm not going to agree with you. Anyway,
yeah, continue. Finish your point. Then I'll move to Farouk.
when he fought someone like Cowboy, who we all know is washed, he made Cowboy look washed. He finished Cowboy in 40 seconds. And if you look at Cowboy's resume, he hasn't been finished in like seconds. So I don't think Conor is washed. I just think he's fought the best competition. Now, his next fight is the most important fight in his whole career because there are a lot of bad boys in that 155 division waiting for him. So he has to be very strategic on who he picks because you can't go and pick Gaethje will tear that leg off. That leg that he just had surgery. Gaethje will tear it off. You can't go and pick someone like Beneil Dariush because nobody knows Beneil. But Beneil can grapple. And we know how he struggles against grapplers. You can't
we know him now. We know him. You saw what he did to Tony Ferguson. We know
exactly.
Beneil. He's a dangerous guy.
Even Tony Ferguson, he has 8 minutes to knock out Tony Ferguson. If he doesn't knock out Tony Ferguson in 8 minutes, he's in trouble because Tony won't stop. We've seen Tony get a
Conor's gas tank is
yeah. So his next fight is very important. Even the Nate Diaz that we're all saying Nate Diaz. If Nate Diaz is still there after 8-9 minutes, things will get dicey too. And if Nate is fighting him, Nate will fight him at 170. And we know Conor's gas tank at 170. Me personally,
and you say it's not done? Let's see.
Yeah. Personally, I have an idea for Conor, but he has to pay me for that idea. I think he needs to go back to 145.
Oh boy, nah.
I think he can make that weight.
I don't think so.
Let me explain something.
So. He doesn't have that hunger anymore.
Ortega walks around 185. Volkanovski walks around 175 thereabouts.
Yeah, Volkanovski used to be a middleweight, by the way.
Yes. Conor walks around 170. Dustin Poirier walks around 185. Chandler walks around 190. Those boys at 155 are big. Go down to 145 where you don't have too many wrestlers. Everybody's pretty much a striker. Let's look at it now. 145. Yair, striker. Max, striker. Zabit, striker. Avuketa, striker. Sodiq Yusuf, striker. All those guys are strikers. That's the style that he can do well against. And they're not that much bigger than him. Because if they decide to grapple, at least he can take care of himself in that grappling aspect. Conor is not a bad grappler. Look at what he did against Khabib. He can stop some takedowns. But when you're 15 pounds heavier than him at 155 and you grapple him, you beat him. So I think he needs to go back down to that 145-pound division. He can make that weight. He has the money. The dietitians.
All right. Sorry to cut you off, but Ime is just pouring us with knowledge.
Knowledge.
And me myself sitting here, I'm getting convinced already. But I know what Farouk's input is. Farouk is I don't want to undress you now, Farouk. Just go ahead, Farouk.
Let me talk.
You have 1 minute. You have 1 minute.
No, 1 minute is too small. Let me land well. I will make it brief. Don't worry.
Make it very brief.
You said you made a good point. You say going to 145. My point now is going to be something I want to mention earlier on. Conor ego will not let him go to 145. He doesn't want to be seen as a runner, as a loser. Oh, he's scared of 155. I'm running down to 145. How will the world look at me? So that's what is happening to Conor now. He's letting the fame get the better of him. Conor made his name when he was not that Twitter figures. He was known for his work, for his artwork, his knockout, his win, his victory, his smooth and quick kill. That's what he was known for, and that's what got him that fame. A lot of people are now losing interest. People are there who are always going to be Conor fan. Even like Yagi, you sound like Conor fan, I can tell, but people are going to be his fan to watch him throughout his career. But is he getting respect? Bisbee said something. Say, I don't know what to get deleted faster. Is it his legacy or his tweet? If Conor continues this way in the next 2 years, I'm telling you, people will turn eye on him. Conor is that guy that I don't know. I don't know if it's anxiety. I don't know if it's psychological effect. I don't know, because he has the money, but he still see himself as someone who is losing every fight. Because if you are content with his legacy being one of the first, among the 4 double champ in UFC, being the name he has, the pioneer, making UFC what it is, being ranked by Forbes as one of the top, as the #1 athlete in the world, richest athlete in the world. I don't think you need to come out there and make yourself look like a child. And you cannot stand by what you put out there. You tweet and you delete. For me, I believe this is more than just him looking for clout. It was obvious when he was calling out Khabib and all that. Now going too low to be calling ex-fighters like DC. I know you. That's what means that he's a child. He's behaving childishly because he's going for every jab. I tried to poke him to come after me at some point in time. I was tweeting just to get corner reaction because I thought he was that childish to go after everybody. I want him to come after me so that because I'll be a star. To be honest, I go blow. And he's still going to look foolish. That's true. I go blow because everybody will come and see who will be this guy corner tag or retweet. That's the reality. So you need to know when to go after people. Yagi says something like he likes to go after every punch. He's someone who likes to reply. But you can see he's losing even all those touch. Even his trash talk is even going out of the windows now. He cannot even come. Dustin gave him one good trash talk him during the last conference and he made headline. Conor could not even reply. He could not even make a comeback in that place. He just sat down there looking all quiet. So if you keep on losing fights, that's the end for Conor. Like you said, there are fights like Nate Diaz. Even Nate Diaz fight is no longer a small fight for him. And what JB just revealed to us that Conor said that he's scared of his leg. That is, for me, Conor is done. Because he's going to come into every fight thinking of that leg. What will happen? Will they kick me in this leg? So there's going to be anxiety, there's going to be fear, there's going to be pressure on that leg. You're not able to throw leg kicks anymore. I'm telling you, you're going to see. I'm not predicting too much, but this is my point. So for me, Conor is there for some 2-3 big fights, and after that, he should just go and let's remember him as that name, but not to stay here and now pour his legacy away and destroy his.
I understand. For you guys that don't know, Farouk started watching MMA because of Conor McGregor, and for him to turn his back against Conor.
No, don't bet me this way. No. Don't bet me this way. I started watching MMA 2014-15 when Kamaru Usman came into the scene. Yeah.
The guys are listening to our show.
Let me land. No, let me land. Don't create a false. Don't make me look like a total casual. I mean, casual to some extent, but I'm not a complete casual. I'm not like those casuals that come online. I became proper MMA fan. I started watching fight after fight, card after card, because Conor, and not even Conor, per se, I say to you, is because of Cristiano Ronaldo. Conor was training. Ronaldo was in the US.
Okay, Farouk, we are dragging. I understand.
And Ronaldo brought a lot of MMA fans. So I became a proper active fan after that moment due to Conor. But I was a fan. I was watching Kamaru Usman, watching Nigerian fighters.
Okay, fine. Let's take it back. You are a fan of MMA because of Cristiano Ronaldo. No problem. You guys,
maybe anyhow.
You guys have heard it.
Anyhow.
But the thing is, what I picked out of what Farouk is talking about is the fact that Farouk is a noble person. He hates the fact that Conor tweeting some disgusting things. I understand that.
Maybe.
Yeah, like the disrespect and all of that, because Farouk is high on respect. He's one of those guys. So I understand where your anger is coming from. And
no anger now. Yagi, what do you see? No, I'm not.
I understand. Okay, not really anger. Sorry to use anger. Criticism. I understand where your criticism is coming from. But over to Yagi. Yagi made an interesting point about 145, and I think what is perfect 145 is that that big one of their biggest draw in 145 that can never be a champion in Sugar Sean O'Malley. If O'Malley isn't he
135? 135?
135 bantamweight.
Yes, 135.
He's in bantamweight.
Oh my bad.
Not featherweight. 145 is featherweight.
Yeah.
Well, he's in
bantamweight. O'Malley's in bantamweight, 135. Yeah. It's not in featherweight.
My bad.
But it's a good matchup. Just good matchup.
No. He's too small. He's too small. So yeah, I think we should move away from this topic and like that.
Can I drop something real quick? Can I put a little?
Oh, okay.
Answer Farouk.
Okay, you can answer Farouk and then we'll move forward. There's no time, guys.
Farouk is spot on when he's talking about Conor and the way Conor is acting. I go back and I rewatched the press conference with Conor and Dustin, and there were some things Conor said that were just. Sometimes I asked myself, why was Conor so angry at Dustin? Like, why? Like, there's some things he said. He talked about killing Dustin in his sleep. He talked about death and all that kind of stuff. So I can't support him with that. There is no support for him at that. Now, me telling him to go down to 145 is because I know now that his trash talk does not affect guys at 145. Because he did everything in that press conference to try to get Dustin out of his zone. He tried everything. He said everything. Dustin was just like, okay, we'll see. So go down to 145. But him going down to 145, a lot of his career was at 145. We knew him at 145.
145.
So
Sure.
that right there is solidified. So I don't know if he wants to go back down there and try to prove himself. When those boys at 145 now are bigger, they are faster than they used to be when he was there. So I agree with you that Conor is going off the rails, but if he wants to save his career and remind us of the Conor, because he's 1-3 at lightweight.
Yeah.
If he wants to remind us of the Conor that we grew to love in 2014, 2015, he needs to go down to 145.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
Captain.
All
how
right.
you doing?
Great. Sorry. I was replying a fan, guys. I'm joking. I'm joking. No, we're not there yet. So we move. Next topic, guys. What we'll talk about Ngannou. Damn.